Can I have everyone's attention, please? Everyone's attention.
Shout louder.
My name is Ali and I have social anxiety. Thank you.
My soul is not contained within the limits of my body. My body is contained within the limitlessness of my soul. I've often said that I wished people could realize all their dreams and wealth and fame, and so that they could see that it's not where you're going to find your sense of completion. I can tell you from experience, the effect you have on others is the most valuable currency there is. Because everything you gain in life will rot and fall apart, and all that will be left of you is what was in your heart. We're not the avatars we create. We're not the pictures on the film stock. We are the light that shines through. All else is just smoke and mirrors, distracting, but not truly compelling. Our eyes are not viewers, they're also projectors that are running a second story over the picture that we see in front of us all the time. Fear is writing that script. Now, fear is going to be a player in your life, but you get to decide how much. You can spend your whole life imagining ghosts, worrying about the pathway to the future, but all there will ever be is what's happening here, and the decisions we make in this moment, which are based in either love or fear. What we really want seems impossibly out of reach and ridiculous to expect, so we never dare to ask the universe for it. I'm saying that you can ask the universe for it. Choose love, and don't ever let fear turn you against your playful heart.
If there's one thing I learnt about facing my fears, that is, fears are just an illusion. An illusion of being scared of nothing.
Let's talk social anxiety.
Okay, so, hi.
Hi.
We're going to talk about social anxiety. So I'm with my friend here, Emily. When I met Emily, only recently I found out that she's experienced social anxiety as well.
Well, hopefully, if you're watching this video, you can kind of identify whether you or if one of your friends has social anxiety.
So the question is, alright, how do you know if you have social anxiety? It's different to shyness. Let's say people who are shy, they know they're shy. But people who have social anxiety, literally the worst thing for them is to talk to someone else. I've experienced this, and you've experienced this, right?
Yeah.
So how do you know if you have social anxiety? You know that you're scared of social situations. You would say that you get anxiety, you get depressed a lot.
I think another one is that you tend to think the worst in social situations. Just those negative thoughts and negative possibilities just kind of build and build and build until it affects you so much that you can't physically do anything.
Another thing that with social anxiety, you know that you feel alone, right? You feel excluded, there's no one you can really talk to. And I'm sure there's many more other key things that are about social anxiety. For everyone out there who has social anxiety, how can they overcome it?
Like the way I kind of got over it was like when I moved to college, and it was just a totally different environment. I'd never been there before, so I felt like I could be myself. It was a totally new environment, new people. I felt like, you know, I could be myself and not worry about what other people would think of me.
So for you to help overcome it, it was literally getting away from it all,
yeah,
starting fresh. I would say for me to overcome social anxiety, it's a mind thing. I honestly believe that if you have some kind of hope in yourself that it will get better, it would. In my life, half the stuff I've done, I honestly never ever thought I could ever do that. But I honestly had a little bit of self-belief, like maybe I could. To overcome social anxiety, it's due to the experience you've had. So you've experienced it, so now you've got accustomed to it, and that's why you have social anxiety. So you have to break it. And how do you break it? You do things that you haven't done before. You start off small, and you build your way up. Smiling at someone in the street or saying hi to some stranger, it's literally that. Because you have to break that cycle in your mind, and hopefully that will help. With social anxiety, is it permanent?
No, definitely not. Because I think the first stage for letting go of social anxiety is acknowledging that it's there. And once you've acknowledged it, then you can kind of start thinking about ways to kind of tackle it and actually do something about it. It's definitely not a permanent thing, because you're not born with a level of social anxiety.
High five, that's such a good answer.
You're not born with phobias, we develop phobias throughout our life, and social anxiety is to an extent a phobia.
I'm
So-
so mindful. That's such a good answer.
I'm just asking a stranger what the time is. Just that actual, that thing of actually asking, no matter what, how small or big it is, it's just be like, I've done that now.
Something I would like to add is a very inspirational quote. It goes, sacrifice who you are for who you will become. Does that make sense?
Deep.
Sacrifice. And just like Emily said, you're not born with social anxiety. It's something you've developed through your experience, and your experience can change. Social anxiety isn't permanent. We've both experienced it, and we've overcome it. For us, it's not even social anxiety. Some things in our lives, if we're honest, maybe we can't do, we're nervous about. But social anxiety doesn't affect us that we can't talk to anyone.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't affect, even if it does, it doesn't affect us in the way that it used to. In the sense of in the height of kind of my social anxiety, I would be, I'd be so afraid to just even go to school.
Yeah.
Let alone, make eye contact with teachers or fellow pupils or anything. Got to such a bad stage where for a while I wouldn't even talk to my parents about my problems. And
they're telling you through this video, if you don't have hope in yourself, that it does get better. We promise. We love you. So let's talk about social anxiety and how it affects relationships. So for some people who have social anxiety, they can't have proper relationship with friends, maybe family members, and they can't have a girlfriend or boyfriend. And I know for a fact this is a problem. For someone who has social anxiety and they want to develop relationships with people, what is the best thing they can do?
sorry, can you repeat the question?
Social anxiety affects relationships, right?
Yeah.
So for someone who wants a relationship with someone, what's the best thing they can do for it to work?
I think the main thing I would say in any situation where you're looking for a relationship, whether you've got a social anxiety or not, is just be yourself.
Just loving what you're saying. Literally, those are the things I would love to say. Come carry on, go on.
If you want to be in a relationship with somebody, just be yourself, and then if they accept you and they love you for who you are, then that's the first step, and that is such a big thing.
Yeah. And I think the thing is, right, sometimes people say just be yourself. It's like you're telling someone to do something, but how do you just be yourself? And it's that thing of we're in a constant experience. Everything around us is an experience. So even if you think that you might not be yourself, but your intentions are there, that is kind of being yourself, right?
Yeah.
I would say if you have social anxiety and you want a relationship with someone, it's that you let them know your intention. And everyone goes through this. Every person who likes someone is somehow nervous about it. I think for social anxiety, it's just it's never going to happen kind of thing.
Just kind of let go. Just don't care about what people would think of you. If you get, the worst case scenario is that they'll say no, and that's it.
If I'm being honest with you, I've had a lot of no's in my life.
Yeah.
Alright, not even relationships, but
Raise your hand if you've had a no.
I think someone back there.
Yeah.
Maybe the freak's just
Yeah. That'd be at
can I have a
least.
cheese sandwich? No. We've all been rejected.
Yeah.
We've all been rejected, and it's nothing to be
It
ashamed about.
happens.
This is life. If that person wasn't meant for you, that's because there's someone else better out there for you.
Everything happens for a reason.
Exactly. If you have social anxiety and you want a relationship with someone, you let them know that you have social anxiety. I know it's hard, but if you can do this, it really helps, because when you have social anxiety, only you know that, but no one else realizes it because you exclude yourself.
Yeah.
If you have social anxiety, you stay away from everyone. And the thing is, when your presence isn't in the room, no one's gonna think, oh, why wasn't that guy or girl here today? But then it's just a pure case of just doing it. You gotta face that. Okay, so If you liked what Emily was talking about, she started a new channel, so just click her face here to go and check her channel out. So
It's not all that philosophical, I promise. Like,
sacrificing
sacrifice who you are.
for who you will become.
Yes.
Remember that, always. Alright?
House. We know where you live.
I'm just doing gremlin faces doing that.
That's not weird at all.
So, I'm Ali,
And I'm Emily.
and we've both had
Social anxiety.
and we're
Over it? Oh, ow. Okay. I thought we were like, I went over
It
it.
doesn't matter what you like. So thank you for watching. We actually honestly hope it helped. So